Sometimes, when you stare at a blank canvas, you just freeze. Your mind is overthinking, completely overwhelmed by the empty space. You have a million ideas racing through your head, but the moment you try to translate them onto the canvas, you don't know where to begin. You do everything right. You look for inspiration, you carefully organize your physical space, and you go through the comforting ritual of setting up your desk. When that silent friction, that art block, takes over, the strongest instinct is to just pack it up and wait for a day when your head is clearer. But today, I realized that waiting is exactly what keeps you stuck. Today, I wrote down a different rule: create anyway. I didn't have a plan. I just knew I needed to start moving the acrylics and let the canvas pull me forward. Recently, I went through a season where I felt completely stuck. But every single evening, at the exact same time and from the exact same place, I would watch the sunset over the city. Day after day, witnessing that same sky became the one thing I was looking forward to. It was a quiet, reliable rhythm in a time when everything else felt out of my control. It was a daily reminder that light always comes back. It was the only thing I wanted to pull from my memory and capture today. Not a perfect landscape, but the undeniable feeling of that hope. So today, that was the only thing I wanted to pull from my memory and capture on a canvas. Not a perfect landscape, but the undeniable feeling of that hope. When you let go of trying to paint a perfect picture, the process becomes entirely about improvising. You push the warm yellows into the browns, blending the layers to build the haze, and you just chase the feeling. You don't have a final goal, and you don't know exactly what the piece will look like when it's done. But you keep going because you trust that eventually it will all work out and make sense. And in a way, that is exactly what hope is. painting the skyline, the overwhelm was completely gone. The loud, anxious noise from the beginning of the session has been replaced by a quite steady clarity. I'm no longer paralyzed by a million ideas or second guessing every time my brush touches the surface. The hesitation has melted away. I finally know exactly what I'm doing and what this piece is supposed to be. It's no longer just a struggle with the paint, it has become a conversation with the memory. At this point, I'm just watching the painting dissolve itself, knowing I'm finally heading in the right direction. The heavy, stuck feeling I had an hour ago is entirely washed out by the warmth on the canvas. The art blog didn't win today because I didn't wait for the perfect idea to show up before I did. I chose to create anyway. Because sometimes you don't need to know the destination. You just have to trust the first stroke and let the painting show you the way out.